Hello, my name is Justin, and today I'll be teaching you how to round in order decimals. So, first we're going to learn about rounding. So, what is a decimal? A decimal is a number that isn't a whole number. A whole numbers are numbers like 3, 5, 8, 100, 360, and any number really, as long as it doesn't have a decimal point in it or has a fraction at the end. So, this number right here is a decimal. So this number here is 8,479.3781. So we know this is a decimal because of right here. This is a decimal point. It looks like a period. What it is it shows that it's a decimal, and this is the whole number right here, and this is the stuff that's left over, the numbers that are left over. So how we're going to round this number to the nearest tenth. So what is a tenth? It's a place value. A place value is exactly what it is. It's a value of a certain place in the number. Each number is in a place value. So I already have them written out here. This 8 right here is in the thousandths place. So I'm just going to do this. So that shows that right here, this 8 is in the thousandths place. Then here is the hundredth place, which has a 4 in it. So that means we have 4 hundredths. Then here in the tens place is a 7, which means we have 7 tens, which is also 70. And then here we have a 9, and that's in the ones place. So that means we have 9 ones, which is also known as 9. So then we have the decimal point. And what happens is then we kind of go in like reverse with our place values. So what happens is, because it's after the decimal point. So here is the tenths place. So we have a 3 in here. So that means there are 3 tenths. Then we have a 7, and that's in the hundredth place. So we have 7 hundredths. Then we have an 8 in the thousandth place. That means we have 8 thousandths. And in the 1 is in the 10 thousandths place. So we want to round to the 10th. So this is a 10th right here. So what you want to do to round is take the number and you have to figure out, is it closer to 1 or is it closer to 10? So this number 1, obviously it's closer to 1 than it is to 10. So we can erase that and we make it a 0 I'm sorry, not 1. It's closer to 0 or 10. So we make that a 0. So then 8 is closer to 1? Is it closer to 0 or is it closer to 10? It's closer to 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to make that a 0, but because it's closer to 10, we're going to make that 7 in the next place and 8. So is 8 closer to 10 or is it closer to 0? It's closer to 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to, once again, make that 8 a 0 and make this 3 a 4. So now we've rounded this number to the nearest tenth. So now the number becomes 8,479.4. So that's how you round. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go here. It's called Fun Brain. What we're going to do is we have to figure out is 8,749.1103 is what is it when it's rounded to the nearest tenth. So what we do is just imagine these place values again. 3, it's closer to 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to make that a 0, and that right there becomes a 0. But that's already a 0, and of course that's closer to 0. So the next column is just a 1. So that these two numbers right here are zeros. Then 1 once again, it's closer to 0 than it is to 10. So that becomes a 0, and we get right here to this 1. That's the 10th place right there. So what we do is that's still a 1 because no other numbers were closer to 10. So that is a 1. So your final number is just this right here, 8,749.1. So then what we do, so then we type in 8,749.1. That's what it is, rounded to the nearest tenth. Then we hit submit, and away to go, we got it right. So that is how you round. So now I'm going to teach you how to order decimals. So we're going to go back to place values. So what we want to do is we want to put these in an ascending order, which means we want to take the lowest and put it first, then take the biggest and put it last, and we want to make them going up in order. So what we want to do is we look at the first place value, which is the tens here. So in the tens place, they're all zeros. So they're all equal. So then we go to the second place value, which is the tenths. So what we see now is in the first number there's a 2, in the second number there's a 0, third number there's a 1, fourth number there's an 8, and the fifth number there's a 3. So what that means is the smallest of all of these is the 0. So we're going to put that first. We're going to swap those. Then the second smallest of these 4 numbers, 2, 1, 8, and 3, is 1. So we're going to put that there. Then we go to 2, 8, and 3. So we look at those. 2 is the smallest, so we put that right there. And finally, which is bigger, 8 and 3, 8. So that's going to be last. Swap those, and then we've got that. So then we click to finish, and it's correct. So that's how to order and round decimals. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.